You are welcome to leave.
Mom told me she wanted me to stay here to make sure you didn't die.
Check out crypto.
Okay, wait.
Dash digital cash.
Please.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Watch me.
Is it mayonnaise? No.
Whatever, I'll do what I want. 2,000 years later.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I thought somebody would get a laugh from that. Whew. But anyway, it's Saturday night, so I'm getting ready, waiting for a little bit darker, obviously. But we're going to be heading over to this church that I know, be camping, because I figured, Saturday night was a good night, because, if somebody sees a car at 2, 3 in the morning, they'll just think it's somebody early for sunrise mass. You know what I mean? All right, well, I'll catch y'all in a little bit.
That's her. That's her. I think.
We made it. Well, just made it out of the good old Family Dollar, and now we're gonna go ahead across the street and get another one of these. You know what I mean?
It's like it won't stop. I don't get it,
Yeah, so yeah, I guess we got a few more hours we gotta kill. It's only 7:30 now. But yeah, just kind of walking around, trying to think of something I can do besides just go straight to the church parking lot. Because I didn't, I kind of wanted to show up more about like 11 p.m.-ish, you know what I mean? So I got roughly 4 more hours. Well, I made it back to the car just in time. It just started raining. It's not raining like super duper bad, but it's raining. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, just keep trucking, man. You know, because yeah, you know.
For many, this is a time to pray.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, made it to the church parking lot. It's pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. That's what I like about this place. But you know, it's like I don't feel right if it's not Saturday night. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know. I'd hate to be chased off and lose the place. You know, I feel like at least you know, if I'm here one day a week, you know, nobody's even really gonna notice. And then just leave with the mass when the mass leaves, and yeah, you're just another car in traffic at that point. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to be here like 3-4 nights a week and then, you know, cause alarm, and yeah, next thing you know, yeah, I'm getting chased off and trespassed from the church. You know what I mean? All that. So yeah, I get here. I'm here at the church. Been here about 15 minutes or so, and then this dude shows up in this car and shines his brights right. He parks and then just shines his brights like spotlighting me. You know, so I put the window shade up in the front window, like, you know, like, I don't care, bro. Do what you do, you know. And yeah, this guy, he remembers me from like 2 months ago. Came out here and parked. It was like 6 a.m. You know, this was back before daylight savings time. You know, but yeah, I'm out here. I come to park at like 6 a.m. and I see this, you know, 70, 80-year-old man in his car. You know, and he was in the driver's seat. You know, and I'm like, I, you know, I was halfway worried. I'm like, is he dead? You know, and then turns out he was just sleeping. You know, so I wake him up. He's all pissed off. "Da, da, 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 you're an asshole. Da, da, da," flips me off. You know, and then goes to haul ass drive away. And I'm like, no, bro, you ain't, nah. I was like, so I fire my car up. I go chase him down a little bit through the parking lot. And I'm like, yo, what did I do, bro? He says, just get away from me. You're an asshole. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an asshole. And like, you know what I mean? That's more or less, I didn't know. I thought he was dead. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just fucking people. But now, yeah, of course, here he is again. And then, you know, he spots me and decides to park right across right across the way and just shine his brights at me. But yeah, it's been like 15, 20 minutes of this. So I don't think, if he's calling the cops, they would have came by now. You know what I mean? Like, and if he's calling the cops, he'd be stupid because they're going to chase him away too. you know, like, I don't know. People are just retarded nowadays. Like, the older you get, the dumber you get. That's what I see. But, yeah, anyway, it looks like I'm going to have to cut this video a little bit shorter than I wanted to. Just, curled up in the back seat, getting ready for the night. Hopefully it doesn't rain too hard. It does show that it's going to rain here another couple hours or so. But yeah, we're just hanging out. You can see the time there. It's currently 1:06. So yeah, I've been up since like 8:30 this morning. I should sleep pretty good tonight. But yeah, it's alright guys. I guess I'll check y'all again in the morning. I should be able to make it through. But yeah, we'll see. And something else I just thought of, I think is really dumb. Well, I don't know if it's true, but he's got like an older, like Buick or Oldsmobile, like it's like a sedan, but it's got like a diesel engine in it, and I don't know, but I think he needs to have the engine running to have the lights on. I don't know for sure, but he's really just been sitting there for like over an hour at this point, just running his diesel engine. Like, I mean, you can hear it. It's a clanky, it's either a V6 or V8 something. But wow, it's a bit much. Well, I made it. Yep, wasn't no fuss, no stress, no cops, no crackheads. Just peaceful place to sleep. I mean, well, you do hear the bells going off every now and then, but I mean, that's just a part of it. You just, live and let live. But yeah, anyway, now it's Sunday. So I woke up this morning and go check my work schedule. Go look at the schedule. It was supposed to be up Friday, so it starts today. So I figured it might actually be up today because it was supposed to start this morning. But yeah, the schedule's posted. I get a look at it, and I have 12 hours again this week. For the 60th consecutive week in a row where I have half of the hours that I actually need. And it's I don't want for too much. You know what I mean? Like I'm only asking for like 25 hours a week, 20 to maybe 35. I mean, I don't need a whole 30. I don't need a whole 40, you know what I mean? So more or less you can give that to the people with kids. You know what I mean? And I accept that. It's like that's what I say. Half of it is just accepting, but the other half of it is people not fucking actually listening to anything you've been saying, So it's I don't know. I really need to find another job. I know I do. And but I go to look on Indeed, and then every single job is something to do with Medicare or medical field. And I have no experience in the medical field. So I'm just sitting there scrolling through all this, LPN, dietary, all this, I don't know, just going through all these medical field jobs. And I don't know. I don't know how to work Indeed too well yet. You know what I mean? There should be a way that you could just filter, and then just get the jobs that you're actually qualified to do. That's what pops up in your feed. Like it wouldn't even show up in your feed if it's stuff that you have no prior experience doing. You know what I mean? Because it's just a waste of, honestly, I kind of feel like it's a waste of energy because the screen having to display all this extra crap. But I don't know. But yeah, I did spend about 5-10 minutes looking around on Indeed, trying to filter through all the medical jobs, and there was a couple, like McDonald's, but it's, or it's in another city, and it's like, so there's no jobs in the city that I'm in, I have to go to one of the nearby neighboring cities that are a half-hour drive away or more, depending on the traffic. It's just, it baffles me because, like, I drive around this city and I see so many places that are hiring, but yet when you go on Indeed, there's I don't know, the feed that they give you on Indeed. I don't know what I don't know. Because I'm not a software engineer, I don't know these things, but it's nothing but frustrating. And it's like they made it to the point where it is so frustrating to find a job, right? They did this. They made it harder to find a job than it is to actually work the job once you can get through the interview process. When you can make it through the interview process and then show them that you're one of the best 3 candidates, out of the 10 people that they're interviewing, however many people, 100 people that they're interviewing, show them that you're a good candidate, and then you get the job, and then then you just coast. That's it. You just boom, just. But heaven forbid you ever lose that job, and then you're in between jobs because you're in for 40-hour weeks just trying to pedal through all the computers that are in the way of people actually working in the first place. And it's a big part of it that politicians in the upper class, they don't really seem to understand that you're so drained by the time that you find work sometimes that you get the job and don't want to do that much because I don't know how to explain it. It's like, but they literally put like this big huge speed bump in the way of letting people work, and work somewhere comfortably, like, I don't know, because that shouldn't be that hard. Like, really, you know, the dream job for me, right, would be not touching food, not having to deal with food, right? No dealing with customers face to face, like no direct customer interaction, right? And then also no working on their cars either, customers' cars, because I don't want to be touching people's cars, especially as much as they cost nowadays. It's $50,000 for a Toyota Tacoma. It's crazy. So yeah, like I said, I would prefer not to be touching people's cars. I would prefer to not be dealing with food, tickets and orders and Karens and, you know, micromanaging people, the manager not knowing how to cook themselves, but somehow they're in a restaurant management position because of their AA degree or whatever, you know. Um, and it's just, I don't know, man. And then, yeah, I'm just not a people person. So if I could find a job that doesn't include, I mean, I could do it to some extent. If I was like a mom and pop gas station kind of thing where it was mildly slow, at the same time you're expected to do other stuff that's not just behind the counter work because it's slow, which I'm fine with. I'm more into like actual physical labor, right? And it's crazy that you can't find a job that's doing that. Like, unless if you're willing to be a dishwasher or you're willing to go work fast food somewhere, yeah, I could probably walk right into some hours, but it's not worth it when you're in your 30s. You know what I mean? You just kind of, you can't. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I just honestly, it would be so much easier if the job that I already had would just give me twice the hours, right? And then, like I said, I'm not asking for that much. Twice the hours would only be 25, which would be barely enough to feed myself and get my prescription medication, my doctor prescribed medication, you know. But I can't. It's like I can only do one or the other. I can either eat or I can get my medicine to keep myself going and on the appropriate path. I don't know. And like I said, I've sat down, I've talked with the guy, you know, but here, I think it's like week 3 or 4 and waiting since the last time that I talked to the dude. So I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to bump into him on Tuesday or something, because this ain't working for me. It's like I'm almost to the point I might as well just not even have the job, you know, because like I'm obligated to be there, do all the dog work while I'm there, and then only get 12 hours a week. I'm that's it's just more time that I would have open to do something else, anything else. Like I don't really want to be driving for Uber, but at the same time, on a day that I go to work there, I don't really do too much Uber drive. I pretty much just, you know, I just relax because I'm already going to work. You know what I mean? So it ends up being like a day of loss because they only want to schedule me for 3 hours, and I don't know. To me, I don't even feel like that should be legal. I mean, I know it's their right to employ, and you know, I'm in a right to work state, whatever. But I feel like if you can't schedule somebody for at least 4 hours, you know, because like an 8 hour day is like considered the societal normal. You know, if you do 5 days a week, you're a good guy, whether you're robbing people to do it, basically. You know what I mean? Not literally robbing people, but you know how the system has gotten. It's everybody's just reaching their hands in everybody's pocket. There's a lot of people buy stuff just to resell it for more. And that's another thing I don't really want to, I would rather work and actually earn income rather than buying something that I can sell to somebody else that works to have some of their money. You know what I mean? Like it would just be easier just to grab a shovel and get in line. You know what I mean? I don't know. Granted, yeah, you could probably make some more money if I buy something that's $1 and then go sell it to 10 to somebody else. And then people don't understand, like, that's kind of what's been wrong with this country since it started. You know, like, you got, like, I feel like half or maybe a third of the country is actually working, and the other half is trying to, like, upsell something else that they bought. I don't know. But I gotta, wow.